Hey fellas, Meat Trapper here. Now some time ago I did a video on primitive trappers and the belief that some of the survivalists and bushcrafters out there have that they can use picture wire or brass snares for survival. And in that video I explained why that is a terrible idea. And a lot of people kind of got butthurt about that, even though it's absolutely true. But I did have some people ask what I would carry as far as a survival kit. And so today, I want to show you what I consider the best survival snaring kit available on the market. Stay tuned. Now this is what I consider to be the best survival snaring kit available on the market. Now this kit is made by Southern Snares and Supply, southernsnares.com. Now I know Mr. McKee, who owns this company. I met him at the Southern NTA, and I can assure you you're dealing with a quality individual. Now what we have here is we have a dozen snares that are ready to use. These snares are pre-dipped. They're dyed. They have a quick connect end on them. You've got a coil of support wire, and then you've got some snaring instructions in here. So let's open this up and let's take a look at the snares. Now these snares, as you can see, these are pre-dipped and dyed. These are ready to use. You're not going to get shiny right off the cable snares. These things, there's nothing that you have to do to these snares to get them ready to use. All you have to do is use them. Now, I'm going to do a separate video on this lock because I have really come to enjoy this lock. I'm going to talk more about that in a separate video, so I'm not going to focus on that. But one thing you'll notice, these snares have a quick connect end to them. This is something, all you do is just wrap that around the tree, and then you pass this end through the notch, and it's locked and ready to go. If you don't make a catch, you can simply undo it. And then this will also swivel right here. I'm going to show you how that works. But this cable, and this is the thing that I want you to understand, this is 1x19 twist, 1/16 inch cable. This is quality cable. This is not cheap, junky, bottom of the line cable. These are snares that I would have no problem using, and I am going to use these. In fact, we're going to put them out and see if we can do any good with them. So let me show you how this works. The next thing you'll notice is that you have a coil of support wire here. Now the way that support wire works, you've got to have some way to hang your snare. And so these snares come equipped with a plastic support collar. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Right there. That's your plastic support collar, your tubing. And that's what this wire is going to go in. So let's set this up and I'll show you exactly how that works. Alright, now we're going to set a snare right on this game trail right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie off to this tree, and I'm also going to use this as my support. So I've got my snare and I've got my piece of support wire. Now remember, once you make a catch, the snare is trash, but you can reuse the support wire. So it's not like you have to take that coil of wire and divide it up into 12 equal pieces. So you can use as much wire as you need depending upon the situation. So I'm going to wrap this around and get that on there good and firm so that I can put that where I want it. Now you'll notice I'm doing this without pliers and without tools. All you have to do is bend that wire back and forth until you break it if you were in a situation without tools. Now I'm going to put this snare, and you just wrap this around. And the way that quick connect works, that just goes through there, and then it pulls tight. See, at that point, your snare is secure. Now the next step is to open your loop up to the desired size, depending upon what you're trying to trap. And if you're not sure about all that, the kit includes snaring instructions that have the loop size for all the different types of animals. And then what you're going to do is take this wire into that support wire, and you're going to put it into that collar, just like that. And then that will support your snare, and you can just bend it and get that snare exactly where you want it, with the right loop size and the right height off the ground. And once again, since that snare has been dyed already, you can see it's very, very difficult to see. So let's take a closer look. There you go. See if I can get that to focus. You can see how the support wire fits into the collar. And then you can put that loop exactly where you want it. Notice there is no teardrop in these snares. It's 1x19 cable that's going to hold a nice firm loop. This snare, the snares in this survival pack, they come loaded when you buy them. By loaded, it means that they're ready to go. You see how fast that fired? When that animal touches it, it jumps closed. That's called loading. That's very important for a snare. Now once you make a catch, you can reuse that support wire, because the snare, when the animal starts to struggle, it's going to come off and the snare is going to be trashed, but that wire is still going to be good. Now when you consider that this entire kit only weighs a couple of ounces, and it has a dozen of the highest quality snares that you can buy. It has instructions and it has the support wire. It's a full system and it's ready to go right out of the bag. You don't have to dye anything, you don't have to dip anything, you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is set the snares. And when you think about the bang for buck on this kit, if you make 12 catches, coon, beaver, squirrels, that is a lot of meat, and that will last you a long time. I just don't see how you can get a better bang for the buck. I'm going to have a lot more on these snares and on the specifically on the snare lock that is used on these snares. So stay tuned, because we're going to set these and we're going to see what we catch. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.